Prince of Persia game influenced a generation. It taught you that going near sharp objects was a surefire way to a quick and painful death, and that jumping off ledges wasn't always the wisest decision. Someone also needs to have a word with the architect who designed the palace. Beneath the misery, death, and falling floor tiles, this game is a true love story. This love runs much deeper than a simple quest of boy rescues girl. It can be seen through the developer's passion to create something extraordinary, through the millions of players who have experienced the game over the 30 years since it was released, and through the active community who continue to play and modify the game to keep the adventure alive. Then there are those whose sole mission is to save the princess in the fastest possible time. This is their story. This is the speedrun world record progression of the Prince of Persia. Created by Jordan Mechner, the game is based on a vague idea of an Arabian Nights-style adventure. 4 years after conception, the result was a game that follows an unnamed protagonist known only as the Kid, whose mission is to venture through a series of levels to save the princess. Released in 1989, the game has sold over 2 million copies worldwide and appeared on nearly every platform. Although it spawned an entire movie and video games franchise, the original game is the one many players still return to. The game is credited by the Guinness Book of World Records as the first video game to use motion capture animation. This was achieved using a technique called rotoscoping, where Jordan filmed his brother David performing acrobatic moves in a parking lot. Each frame was painstakingly traced to create fluid character movement. The game is set in ancient Persia. While the Sultan is away fighting a war, his advisor Jafar, a wizard, seizes power. His only obstacle is the Sultan's daughter, whom he locks in a tower and orders to marry him or die within 60 minutes. The Kid who loves the princess must escape the dungeons, reach the tower, and defeat Jafar before time runs out. The game ends when Jafar is defeated, stopping the countdown, and the player's remaining time is displayed on screen. To accomplish this, the player must navigate maze-like levels filled with difficult jumps, obstacles, traps, and guards. These challenges must be overcome before facing the Kid's doppelganger, conjured from a magic mirror, and a resurrected skeleton. Death does not mean game over. The player restarts the current level with the timer still counting down. Over the years, many players have saved the princess before the 60-minute countdown expired. However, to understand the history of speed running the game, we jump to the year 2000 as two superfans, Rob and Tamo, bring speed running to the masses. Rob and Tamo were students studying in the Netherlands. When they weren't studying, they played Prince of Persia. In 2000, Rob challenged them to see how quickly they could complete the game. After honing their skills, they published a time of 42 minutes and 24 seconds left on their 60-minute timer, meaning they completed the game in just 17 minutes and 36 seconds. Although there's no video evidence, their achievement remains legendary.